ClubhouseNews.com. You're tuned into Clubhouse News Weekend for the week ending Saturday, August 2nd. I'm Gabriella.
And I'm Angelo. Last Monday marked the 100th anniversary of World War I, which began on July 28, 1914, and lasted until November 11, 1918. The leader of the Catholic Church, Pope Francis, marked the occasion by calling for world peace and asking humanity not to repeat the mistakes of the past. Considering the delicate chain reactions that triggered World War I, where a small regional conflict erupted into an all-out global war, the Pope's words strike a powerful chord. The brutal conflict claimed the lives of over 9 million combatants, featured the first major use of tanks, machine guns, submarines, and aircraft, and set the stage for a vengeful Nazi Germany in World War II by inflicting severe penalties on Germany after they lost World War I.
The neighboring countries of Israel and Palestine have been battling over the Gaza region in recent weeks, as the Israel Defense Forces go after the Islamic extremist group Hamas. Gaza is a region of Palestine that is often used by Hamas to launch rockets into Israel, which then prompts the Israelis to aggressively defend themselves. The Israelis and Palestinians have frequently fought over the decades, especially since 1948, when the UN recommended using part of Palestine to form the Jewish state of Israel. Secretary of State John Kerry tried holding talks between Israeli and Palestinian negotiators this year in an effort to reach an agreement that would allow for an independent Palestinian state. But sadly, no agreement has been reached. Diplomats will continue to try to come up with a plan that satisfies both sides.
This week, President Barack Obama and European leaders decided to punish Russia for its involvement in the chaos engulfing Ukraine by crippling the Russian economy with harsher sanctions or trade restrictions. Russia has been launching missiles into Ukraine and encouraging pro-Russia rebels to fight the democratically elected government, tragically resulting in a passenger jet being shot down recently. The new sanctions were agreed upon by Obama and leaders of Germany, Britain, France, and Italy in order to pressure Russian President Vladimir Putin to end the pro-Russia rebellion. Despite sanctions hurting Russia's economy, they have not been enough to force Putin to back off.
People in Afghanistan are still in the dark about who their new president will be, as claims of cheating have led to a recount of the votes. The United Nations is supervising the election investigation, and when it is over, either Ashraf Ghani or Abdullah will be Afghanistan's new president. However, the next president will not have the same amount of power as the current one, since the position will end up sharing authority with an additional leader, to help prevent Afghanistan from becoming a dictatorship, which means being ruled by a single individual.
The Republican Party has accused President Obama of exceeding his presidential power and has decided to sue him. The vote to sue Obama was 225 to 201. 5 conservative Republicans voted with Democrats in opposing the lawsuit, and no Democrats voted for it. See, the USA state and federal government is balanced by a separation of powers into 3 main branches: the lawmaking legislative branch of elected representatives, the law enforcing executive branch, and the law evaluating judicial branch. With this system of checks and balances, each of the 3 branches of government can make sure that neither one becomes more powerful than the other. Critics believe the lawsuit is just a political stunt that is taking valuable time away from passing meaningful laws, and the president says he's only acted because Congress wasn't doing its job.